What is up, people? Fast forward about a minute because I'm probably not going to be talking until people get in here because every time I do, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I don't particularly like talking to myself, especially when I'm not answering myself because I get pissed because I'm ignoring myself. But now I'm talking to myself. If nobody's here. Welcome to my nightmare. Circular thought process. The tree is cut down over there. The topic of guns hasn't really been talked about too much lately in the sense of, for a long time it was, what about the children's? Let's save the children's. And I guess since Larry Elder is now running for governor of, um, however that's happening in California, the recall governor, I've been seeing some Larry Elder videos lately, and the one I just watched was a repeat from 8 years ago. And it was one of the fathers from Newtown uh, up there on the stage giving his sob story about his kid dying. Yeah, I do say a sob story, and here's why I call it a sob story. Here's why his kid died in Newtown. Because as a father, he made the decision to send his kid to fucking Newtown. That's why. He didn't put his child in a place where they could be protected or where he could protect them. And I get it. I get like people ain't supposed to be shooting up schools and shit. I get all that. But people's always wanting to push the blame on something other than what the real blame is. You made the choice to send your kid there. Own it. Your kid is dead because you made that choice. Own it. Um, maybe if the situation was a little different, maybe that wouldn't be the cause of it. Maybe, maybe we could say that it's the state not allowing teachers to carry schools, whatever it is. But now we have so much shit coming at us from every direction, from Afghanistan to mandates, FDA approvals, half the military telling the military to kick rocks, they're not getting vaccinated. That we're not hearing about the gun shit so much anymore. At least not to the degree we did for years and years and years. But don't think it's not there. They're still trying to push shit through and do whatever it is. I mean, they just banned the Russian ammo. You better be getting what ammo while you can, if you can afford to. There will come a time when you won't be able to get it at all. The guns are just paperweights if there's no ammo for them. And even if you have ammo for them, but you haven't trained with that particular platform in a year because you only have 1,000 rounds for it to last who knows how long, then how useful is it? It's not very useful against government forces that train whenever they want at your expense. One time, I don't know if I've ever told this story or not, but I had a Surefire helmet light I was selling one time. I bought a big assortment of lights, like on eBay for like, I just placed my bid for $80. I got this whole big old box of flashlights and lights and tactical lights, all kinds of shit. And I paid like $80 for it. The one light was worth $80. So I'm like, you know what? I don't have a ballistic helmet yet. So I'm just going to sell this, get my money back, and now I have all these other great lights. So I posted on Gunbroker, and I think I did tell a story. I'm going to tell it again. It's been a long time. So the guy messages me, and he's like, hey, take 400 rounds of ammo for it. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I will. What kind of ammo? He's like, PMC bronze. Like, okay, let's do it. 155, 162, 155. So, yeah, let's do it. So Traden and I are going to meet this guy, and I'm sitting in the parking lot waiting on this guy to show up to trade me this ammo for this for this helmet light. The sheriff pulls up behind me, an SUV, canine sheriff. I'm like, fuck. But he comes out carrying a shoebox. He jumps out of a sheriff vehicle carrying a shoebox with 400 rounds of PMC bronze in it. The sheriff was the one I was trading with. I didn't know he was the sheriff. Where do you think that ammo came from? They get all the ammo they want, and since he's on the SWAT team, he can take ammo from the depot and go train with it wherever he does his training and shit at. So he most likely, more than likely, I would bet my life he had taken that ammo from their little, the SWAT team's depot and traded it to me for a helmet light. Justified it whatever way he did because I'm sure because the helmet light is now his SWAT team shit that whatever. But anyway, regardless, they're going to get their ammo. They're going to continue to train. You pay for that. It comes at no cost to them. It's not prohibitive in any way to them. Therefore, they do it all the time. And when you're going up against that, you better know what you're doing and how to use what you got. At least, that's why I know people that have multiple platforms, multiple pistols. They'll switch up what pistol they carry depending on how they're dressing and all this craziness. I'm like, dude, sell all that bullshit. Have one rifle and one handgun for everybody in the family and maybe an extra spare or two. All that other extra shit, cool, you want an AK? Yeah, I have an AK. Do you need the whole kit for the AK that you have for the AR that you're going to be battling with? Probably not. The AK's hit hard, man. I don't know. If you're an AR guy and you ain't never shot an AK, you should go shoot one. I can't wait until they come out. Hopefully somebody comes out with a clone of the 107 before they really start buckling down on the full semi-autos. Damn it, T Black, I forgot to call Greg. I hope he's not in here. He's going to be pissed. I told him I was going to call him in a minute, and I forgot. Rig me. I'll remember. Christy, don't let me forget to call Greg when I'm done with this. What's up, Nick Roberts? Oh, there's Greg. Hey, Greg Black. Dude, I forgot to call you. I'm half retarded, man. I get busy, and then I have a thought. And I'm like, bam, I do something, and then I totally forgot. Dude, I'm a jackass. I'll call you in just a minute. But I'm just curious what's going on behind the scenes. Now, I mean, really, I don't even care. It doesn't matter to me for multiple reasons. I hope they ban everything. I hope they ban everything. I hope they mandate vaccines for everything. What? What are you puppy dogs doing? Huh? Are you being bad? You bad doggies. Doggies are upsetting mommy. They're like crying children. She don't want to give them shaken puppy syndrome, so she can let them outside. But I'm really amazed that people are still on that call your congressman bullshit too. Now they're wanting to make it to where they're trying to push through. They talked about this last year about the no fly, no buy bullshit. They're trying to push that. Okay. They're trying to push that through shit now. You can't fly an airplane, you can't buy. You think I can fly on an airplane? No. There's nothing the government will ever do that could make me to stop me from buying a firearm. Nothing. There's nothing they could ever do. Now, they could maybe keep you from buying a firearm if you care. That's the logic behind creating laws is that people follow those laws. The only people that follow the laws, the people that fear the government. People that kill people and shit like that, they don't really fear the government. They just, they don't have that fear in them. I wish they wouldn't kill people, but then I wish I'm glad they also don't have the fear for the government. So, I mean, death by 1,000 cuts, right? As long as they do it a little at a time, it's not enough to really bother anybody. That's why I wish they'd just go ahead and skip to the gist of it. Hell, I might just throw on a Monster Man action shirt myself and start talking all that nonsense. I'm not sure I probably could dumb myself down like that if I really tried. Sure, it's a matter of time before, especially since this FDA, the FDA approving this is going to be bad because it's going to be used for everything. Well, the government says, and the FDA is not even a part of the government, is I know the CDC is not. I don't know about the FDA. It doesn't matter. They'll use that as their excuse to be able to mandate bullshit. Joe Biden's already called for states and businesses to mandate things. I'm sticking with y'all do what you want. I am sticking with you exile me. Huh? What? I can't hear you.
I said we should go back up there.
Um, you exile me from society, then I'm no longer had to play by society's rules. Quit it, you dummies. Anybody want two dogs? I'm simply, I don't know. It's just getting worse. Nothing's getting better. And they just keep throwing more shit in the pot, more spaghetti at the wall, and try to get some more stuff to stick. Our government shouldn't. Our government shouldn't have any say in what can be imported to this country. Now they can tariff the shit out of it, but they shouldn't have any say. You know, what's Russia doing today that they didn't do yesterday? Nothing. I think that, next month we also have this moratorium thing coming up where, um, if there's supposedly 11 million quitted puppy dogs, FHA loans that are in default right now. Okay, him's a good boy. Now go away. Okay, him's a good boy. I don't want no doggy kisses right now. Here's a good girl. Now go away. No doggy kisses. Supposedly there's 11 million homes that are that could be defaulted on right now if it weren't for this moratorium. That's supposed to end in September. They keep pushing it out. The best thing that could happen for my family is they end the moratorium. 11 million people are evicted because of that. Property prices drop dramatically, which then helps me out. Probably not going to happen though. They'll probably do whatever they can to prop it up, just like they've done the stock market for the last, however long. I'm sure they'll continue to prop the shit up. They're going to ride this one all the way out to the end, the very end. Just my opinion. What's up, Angry Fishing? Got all the crash if that happens. What if the moratorium? If they do or they don't? If they do let the moratorium go through, or if they stop it and they extend it, it will crash. Jordan Thomas. I'm sorry. That's untelling what will happen, man. I don't think they're going to let the dollar crash. Quit it, you two. Quit being dummies. Come on, it's raining. Get out of the rain. You get wet, you're not coming in the house. Bad doggies. I'm serious about the dogs. Anybody want them? I got two of them. They're retarded for real. Let me listen. Based on the faith that we can pay it back. Well, no, our dollar's not even based on the faith that we can pay it back, man. It's based on if you want to boil it down to the smallest molecule, it's based on oil and force, really force, because we're the world currency, and we're also the standard for OPEC. If that ever was to end, it'd be over. It'd be game over. Petrodollar was to ever end. It needs to end. We have this private company, the Fed, or the Federal Reserve rather, that just creates money out of nowhere, and then we have to pay that money back as actual wealth. There's a problem there. I want to do that. I want to be the Fed. I want to create the currency, and I want to create currency that's valueless when I create it, and that comes back with a 50% interest rate and it's actually wealth. Then I want to do that. I can't do that because if I do that, I'll be arrested and they'll throw me in federal prison for 10 years. Yet they do it every day. Every day. Those printing presses are running every day, whether they're running 20s or 50s or 100s, whatever. They're running every single day. And it's counterfeiting. But we all let it happen because we're all just comfortable, man. Like, I'm done being comfortable. I'm sick of being on the defensive. I'm sick of worrying about what my kids' lives are going to be like, not because of what they do or what I do, but because of what other people think they can force us to do. I'm sick of having to do things I don't want to do because I know if I'm doing what's right and something happens, I know what will happen. You know, just like in the hospital the other day when that cop wanted to try to play Billy Badass and act like he was somebody. Like I'm literally walking to the exit and you were trying to act like you're making me leave. I'm leaving because I feel like leaving. If I didn't want to leave, I wouldn't leave. I'd beat you up on the way out the door. And then, you know, you wind up getting killed because that happens. That's what they do. Then they'd show you on the news of some criminal that beat up or shot a cop or some shit. They throw they throw your record in there so everybody can say, "Oh, he has a history of not listening and doing what he's told." And if you notice when they tell you the histories about people, a lot of times they never actually tell you the history. They'll say, "Oh, he's a convicted robber." Okay, he got convicted of robbing a dope boy 30 years ago. Does that really apply to today? No, it doesn't. But they still tell you that shit because it's about giving you the worst opinion about the person they're talking about. So you'll, you know, believe what they want you to believe. And they're retarded, guys. My dogs are truly retarded. Watch them. Hold on. There they go right now. They're retarded. They need red helmets. But I hope, I don't really care what happens in California. Hey, with that shit. But maybe Larry Elder will get it and do something with it. Man, the best thing one of these governors can do, and I'm surprised they haven't yet, is just start killing shit. Not literally, but like killing these laws that have already been put in place. Deem them unconstitutional and write them off. They need to start with the police force, man. Like, you see videos daily of what these cops do to people. Armageddon Press. And the cops just do what they're told at a state liquor agency. It's a state liquor agency. The state owns it. Therefore, it is public property. They're just sitting there filming. And the people working there call the cops. The cops make a big deal about it, threaten them with arrest. I don't need to see your ID. We're trespassing you and all that bullshit. You know, just like when the cops get a call that somebody's carrying a gun down the street. They don't tell the person on the phone, well, and carrying a gun down the street, okay. And no, they say okay, and then they send the SWAT team to come talk to you. And then you have to talk to them. You can't just continue to walk because they'll detain you and they'll shoot you if you don't listen to them. And you can't really beat them alone. I mean, in a sense, you can. If you believe in your God and you believe that you're going to the place that you believe you're going, and you believe in what you're fighting for, nothing can beat you. Not even killing you can beat you. Short of that, though, you're going to lose every time. Even if you don't lose on the spot, they're going to hunt you down, and they're going to kill you. I mean, like, we're in the most terrible spot in the world right now for, you know what I mean, for anything to happen. You can get out of this house if we wanted to. They'd burn it to the ground too, and they will. Like, your government loves you so much. I've said it before. If I called them and told them right now that you were suicidal, they would come to your house and kick in your door and kill you just so you couldn't kill yourself. That's how much your government loves you, and people should see that there's a problem with that. But they don't, because they justify it through, you know, social security, public safety, some bullshit. When the public's no safer, the public would be far safer if everybody just had firearms. But it's the people that want to blame everything. Like, my kid's dead because he was at Sandy Hook. Some guy came in there and shot it up. Your kid's dead because you sent him there. Why didn't you homeschool him? Well, my kid should be able to go to school and not be shot. I don't disagree with that. But if the laws say, and the teachers are law-abiding citizens, that they can't have firearms in that school, why are you going to send your kids there? It's just a soft target. It's just a bad day waiting to happen. We're not going to send our kids back to school. The last school we sent them to, the teachers were armed at the school. Like, we didn't know what teachers were armed. They wouldn't tell us what teachers are armed because I asked. He's like, I can't tell you, man. So he's like, I wish I could tell you, but I can't. I was like, well, I just want to know because I want to know which dumbasses to look out for if I had to run here to get my kid. Because they're the type of people that think that just having a gun makes you safe. Yes, there's a thug walking down the street right now. What's he look like? He's about 5'7", 320, and wearing some blue Batman looking costume. Yeah. That shit amazes me. I mean, it blows my mind that how many times people get pulled up on from the cops and they say, you see videos about it all the time. Kilta Texan has a couple good videos where he was carrying an AR down the street or something and they pulled up on him. Well, we got multiple calls, and like you're a criminal before you're a criminal now, and that kind of thought is bad. I mean, we see what happening today, the same shit that was happening in 1930s Germany, and now it's moved, it's progressed a step to where the medical field has now joined the political. It is okay. The political field and the political or the shit. The medical industry has now 612 combined itself. Oh shit, let's go. Combined itself with the policing crime organization, and they are dictating. You can't have medical treatment. Just like if we couldn't have figured out a way to give me the antibiotics I need, it looks better today. I don't think I would have lost my leg because I'm pretty. My body either does really good with infection. It does really good with infection most times. And a lot of times I don't even take any kind of antibiotics or nothing. I only take care of it. I get a cut and it does whatever it's doing.
Look, I'll be able to put them all in here.
Yeah, we're sending Grippos to Liberty Williams. If you guys ain't never had Grippos barbecue chips, you better get you some.
Last Liberty.
Yes, make sure you don't bust the bags putting them in there. If you have to, you can probably open one up and let the air out of it.
But I probably won't have to because
I just don't want them. Yeah, I just don't want them to bust. Here, let me help you real quick. Hold on, let me help her real quick, guys.
we'll do all of them.
Yeah, we'll put it back on this one. We're trying to save in shipping. Like these are the best barbecue chips in the world. This is a good bag. See all the spices in it? They are the
I can
shit.
smell it.
No, I won't one. Don't be mad, Liberty. Sorry, I got that shit. Man. Yeah.
Twist it.
Well, we bought a box for our little get together.
He loved it.
And he stopped, got a box for the way home, and gave his girl some. He called me and said, "Hey, I need you to ship me something."
4 boxes.
Okay. The trick is this, though, when it comes to them. So it's hard when you got a box, but you got to get them to where the chips settle in a certain area in the box, and then you got to rock them, and you'll hear the spices drop. That's how you know you got a good box. In the bag, you hold the chip, and you shake it, and you hear the spices moving around. That's how you know you get a good bag. If you don't hear the spices, get a different bag.
Yeah, and they have the spice that you can buy to shake on it too.
Yeah, these are all 4 good bags. Oh shit, hold on. Man, I almost want to keep one now. There, we got something on.
Yeah. Not we'll buy some. Can't take his chips, these are his.
I know. I should short him like an ounce out of each one of them.
Look
Look at all that spice.
Man, look at all that.
When you through the box, you can hear it. Don't ask me how I became a professional Grippo handler. I'll tell you how, because it's really funny. In prison, at certain prisons, you can't get Grippos. So if you get transferred, like a CRC, you can get Grippos. But if you go to Lancaster, you can't get them.
So like everybody, everybody knows what's going on. So if you're when you go to CRC and you get your ride out ticket that says you're going to Lancaster, you load up on Grippos because you can get them for like $4.50 a bag or something at CRC, and you can sell them at Lancaster for $15 a bag. You're allowed 25 bags of them. I think is what you're allowed to have. 25 bags of chips or something like that. So I mean, you can make a bunch of money. But that's how when people buy them, when you come in from CRC to Lancaster, and people buy them, that's how they tell if they're a good bag or not, because nobody wants to spend $15 on a bag of shitty chips. So they'll grab them. They're like, yep, I'll take that one. That's how I learned how to tell the good bags from the bad bags and brick bags. Shit you learn. What our Grippos, there were the barbecue chips we had up there, man. These barbecue chips that came in the box, they come in bags also. They're Grippo barbecue chips. I can't believe you know. You know what they are, man. You get Grippos in Columbus, don't you? Yeah, you get them up there now. For one time, you could only get them in Cincinnati. About maybe, I don't know, 6-8 years ago, you could only get them in Cincinnati. There's things like this all over the country that you can only get, where it's at. Like Skyline and Gold Star used to only be a Cincinnati deal too. I don't eat the shit, but Christy does. What are you doing, woman? I was in here holding this like a retard. I am officially stressed to the max now because of our little move. It all sounded like a really good idea. I'm like, yeah, we're going to sell our house. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. And now I got to do it. And I'm like, man, this might have been a good idea. But we're still doing it anyway.
Why?
It won't be the first time I've had a bad idea. I got a lot of this thing in my stuff in my bloodstream called fuck it. And we're going with it. It'll work out. It has to work out. Worst case scenario, we're camping for the next 4 years. All right? Don't sound bad. Oh, I gotta get another thing too. So we sold the house without an inspection. They had 7 days to back out or something. But we sold it without an inspection. Accepted their offer without an inspection. We get a little thing on the phones that say they're trying to schedule an inspection.
Inspection after that.
Right, they probably backed out of it then. But regardless, so we're having an inspection anyway, but it's not like an inspection. It's a buy-as-is inspection. So I guess we're just coming in to tell people if there's anything majorly wrong with the house. So it might not even be sold. Who freaking knows? I'm going to be pissed if we went to accepting like walkthroughs and shit. I'm pissed anyway because I don't want to leave. Why do I got to leave my house for 4 hours for you to inspect it? I can be here and you can do that shit. I got a lot of stuff that's worth some money in my house that I don't particularly want people rooting around in. You know what I'm saying?
We can stay here if we want.
Can we?
Why can't we? Think about it. Why can't we?
Well, then I'm probably going to be asked to move all the shit so they can get up in the attic. I am not doing that. Because I'd have to clear half the garage out. It's not happening. Oh, Travis, do you know if I can stay here during the inspection day? Your haircut makes you look like you're making a wish foundation. Yeah, okay. I got you, Haywood. I understand. I get it. I get it. Y'all funny now. Everybody wants to talk. Well, I don't have a haircut. I shave my head, dude. I always shave my head. This is not new.
You said the other day.
I don't know. I think it was. This thing was probably until.
Who was that?
When they do the inspection. Top Chief Coco said you can chill when they do the inspection.
Hey, what?
Well, good, man, because I don't feel like leaving my dogs for 4 hours. That's the major pain. So I'm probably not going. We're probably to stay here tomorrow. Then I'll do it. Make sure the kids are up.
Stay out of their way.
Yeah, I mean there ain't no. I mean I don't know what they're going to really look at. I mean there's not.
She said they look at everything.
Well, and that's what I don't like because I have little shit put everywhere in this house. Like everything's worth money. I mean I got ratchets out there that are $500 or $600 a piece. You know how pissed I'd be if that stuff come up missing and I wasn't here.
I'll think about it though. If they're the only ones in here, I mean,
Right, but I mean, look at how much shit's out there. I'd have to. It'd take me a while to even know it was gone next time I went to use it.
okay, I need to cover this up or this.
I don't know. We need to go. I got to be at the smoke shop before 7.
We'll go there first, and then I can go.
All right, let's roll.
You gotta get your smoker. It's back in the bedroom.
Oh, thanks, man. Motherfucker. Oh, I just tripped over the gate. Thank you, baby. Didn't make it over the gate. I don't know, man. I'm not going to. Oh, and for people that are mad, somebody left a comment the other day. I was kind of shitty with them. I was really shitty with him because he said he didn't like hearing my wife in the background. So I said, well, fuck, I got to fuck you for you or something like that. I'm going to get off here before we drive down the road because it's hot out there. My window's down anyway. But Christy's just part of it, man. I can't stop her from talking. If I do, it's a fight. She says, I won't say what I want to say. It's the Liberty Inc. show. That's what she calls it. You all started that shit. So.
I'll take this one with Steve.
All right, guys. I'm going to jump off here. Stay safe. Fight the good fight. They're coming for you. We're all going to die sometime. Might as well do it on your terms. Had a roof alone, and so my mom had a roof done, and some of our tools disappeared. Dude, I'd listen. I'd beat the shit. I'd beat the absolute shit out of somebody. I'd be madder than hell. That's why I took my tools. It's like tools are expensive, number one, and number two, when you need it, it needs to be there. You know what I mean? And I finally got my tool collection together where I don't have to buy tools too often for mechanic tools anyway, unless, you know, something happens like with my car and I can't fix it because I don't have the electronic tools. But I'd be pissed. And like I said, a lot of that shit ain't mine. I have probably, God, I'd hate to know, I probably got $4,000 or $5,000 worth of Snap-on tools out my garage that ain't mine. That are brand new. They were brand new in the packages when I got them. When I started using them, I don't know if everything's back there. Yeah, it's back. It's a hearing phone. But I probably got, it's probably more than that. I bet there's probably double that. There's probably about $6,000 to $8,000 worth of Snap-on tools out there in my garage that are still brand new in the package, never been opened, never been unsealed. That I borrowed because at the time I didn't have all my tools here and I needed them. And I need to give those back before we move because if not, it'll be forever before I give them back.
You want to send that book?
What book?
That one.
I have no clue what you're talking
Is it
about.
the welding book or
Why am I
car
sending?
book? The one you got to send back, that binder.
Oh, that binder? We can, but you got something to send it in?
Right now.
Just wait. I'll have him send my address. I'll start doing another day.
Okay.
The Odyssey book. That's what you're talking about. I have an Odyssey manual that I borrowed from a guy in North Carolina. I need to send it back to him. I've had it for freaking a year now, probably.
Yeah, but when it's in process, that means we're good, right?
It's supposed to.
It wasn't tenable.
All right, that's all. All right, guys. I want to jump off here because we're jumping in the car. Yes, I can. And y'all stay safe. Try to stay out the way as much as you can, but you know, there'll come a time and a place when you won't be able to stay out of the way. Hopefully, I'll be there for you, wherever it is. You can.
See if there's anything else in there.
Yep, there is.
I'm gonna put it on top and shut that.
Hold on a
Otherwise, the
second.
spider, every time. Got it?
Yep. I wish y'all just sell your shit and move wherever. Let's move somewhere. Let's move to one county somewhere. Because that's the only way we have an option to be safe when we come out of all this. Because there will come a day, I promise you. And I want every one of you to remember this, who I've told to sell your house and let's go. The day will come when you will need somebody and nobody is there because you chose not to sell your place.
Should I get a marker to write on that?
I don't know. You got a marker in here? You don't need one? You don't need one, you need to get one.
I do kind of want to write fragile. Otherwise, I stuck some big heavy ass 300-pound TV on it and squash all the chips.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna grab a marker. The door's locked. She's gonna be pissed. Pull down Randy. Open the door with the code, baby. Open the lock with the code. And just start pulling down Randy too. I can let you in the garage. I can let you in the garage. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna sit here tomorrow then, man. And everybody that feels like I look like a chemo patient now, my wish is to die with $1 million. That's my make a wish. What's up, Jake Clayton? Up for your shit. Wait the edges down. What are you talking about? Talking about my shit. Wait the edges down. Oh, but no, I got someone near. That has some damn sense. Where are you at, Tangent Angela? Outside of Greenville now. Oh, you guys are. Shit, we might be moving down there with y'all, man. We don't know where we're going to be moving yet. It's up in the air still. I seen a place yesterday that was nice. It was actually up here. It was 25 acres, with a small, like, little house. I forget what they wanted for it, but it was something that we could do. No matter where we go, I'm gonna have to get a job. I'm gonna have to get a job just to get established so I can get a loan to buy a place, or have somebody buy it and then buy it from them, which might be the case. I might wind up doing that. I don't know. It just depends how it works out. I want to jump off here so I'm not driving and yakking. And you guys have a good day. Stay safe.
Later,